With us now, former Trump campaign aide Rick Yates, editor-in-chief at the National Review, Rich Lowry, plus Republican strategist Whitley Yates here with us in studio. Rick Yates, I'm going to start with you. You see where Musk is coming from. Then you also hear from President Trump knowing, and this isn't his first rodeo here with getting bills through, you need votes. You need people to support it here. So what's your take on all this?
Yeah, I think Elon Musk learned an important lesson. Government is bigger than one person or one issue. And while he's frustrated, and rightfully so, and a lot of Republicans are frustrated, it still looks at the bigger picture of what President Trump is trying to do with his agenda. And if you look at that budget bill, the important things for President Trump are those tax cuts. Yes, you have to give and take. Nobody ever gets what they want, completely in a process like this. And we're going to see that play out in the Senate as well. But I think at the end of the day, it doesn't take away from the work that Elon Musk did, what he highlighted. And I think the president even expressed, his appreciation for that. But yeah, when you're just working on one issue like Elon Musk was, sometimes it's hard to see the bigger picture. And what the president has to do is much bigger than the one job Elon had.
Exactly. And Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller really explained this. He spoke out about the need to codify the DOGE cuts. He also explained the reason the DOGE cuts aren't in the big, beautiful bill. Here's what he posted on X. DOGE cuts are to discretionary spending. Under Senate budget rules, you cannot cut discretionary spending in a reconciliation bill. So DOGE cuts would have to be done through what is known as a rescissions package or an appropriations bill. It does seem similar to what you were saying, Rick, Rich, that maybe Elon Musk doesn't fully understand this process in terms of Trump's overall vision. Don't, throw the baby out with the bathwater. There's so much to achieve here, and we can't just be focused on the DOGE cuts. We need to get this bill passed. Your thoughts?
Yeah, so I'm going to be very easygoing and say both sides are right? Ideally, you'd be cutting the deficit in the big, beautiful bill. But as Trump says, you got to get the votes. And they don't have a 20-vote margin in the House. If they had a 20-vote margin, a lot of other things would be possible. They have a 2 or 3 vote margin. So this thing is going to be imperfect, but it's going to be much better than the alternative. A lot of wrangling still to go on Capitol Hill, but I expect it to pass.
So let's talk more about codifying these. House Speaker Mike Johnson, he's also commented on this, saying that through this reconciliation process, there are going to be DOGE cuts on the way here. I'm going to get to what he posted here, guys. Let's bring this up right now. The House, he says, eager to react in DOGE's findings. He says we're going to deliver even more cuts to big government. We're going to do that in 2 ways. Number one, when the White House sends its rescissions package, we will act quickly by passing legislation to codify the cuts. Also, the House will use the appropriations process to swiftly implement President Trump's budget here. So, Whitley, it's not like it's totally been forgotten here. To everyone's point, there's a process to this. Might not happen immediately, but there are plans to, put into action what DOGE did.
Yeah, I think Elon has been siloed in his DOGE actions, not understanding the bigger picture. And for Trump, this is about striking a balance between vision and viability, the viability of getting those tax cuts through and the big, beautiful bill passing, as well as making sure that it's big wins for America. Now, big wins for America does not mean bigger, bloated government. And so allowing the process to take place is what needs to happen. And just understanding that you have to dance with a lot of different interests if you want to have those wins.
Well, Musk was asked in an interview with Ars Technica about the reason he left government, and here's what he had to say. I probably did spend a bit too much time on politics. It's less than people would think. It's not like I left the companies. We saw that, of course, with Tesla. It was just relative time allocation that probably was a little too high on the government side, and I've reduced that significantly in recent weeks. Rick, final thoughts here.
Yeah, look, I think that Elon came with a great mission, a great vision. I think he was able to achieve a lot of things that other people haven't been able to achieve before. I mean, government is broke. It's massive. It's hard. It's difficult to navigate. I think this administration has probably done the best I've ever seen. Happy to see what the other panelists think about this. But in terms of change, this is the most change we've ever seen in Washington. And I think Elon should be proud of that, and he is a part of it.
Absolutely. I think Elon Musk should also be celebrated, too. You think about what's happened to his companies, what's happened with Tesla, the fire bombings, the destruction. For somebody, a successful businessman, entered into the realm of politics, and he got nailed for it by the extreme left here, and that wasn't right. So he deserves a lot of credit.
Yeah, 100%. He's a public servant.
Yes.
Rick, Rich, thanks for joining us. And Whitley, stay with us.